What up, YouTube? Today, I'm gonna show you how to get those boars up there. Actually, I'll be showing you guys how to make boar farms and wolf farms that I do in most of my permadeath runs. Pretty simple process, so we're gonna hop right into it. Show you step by step what we do, what we need, and hopefully make it a little bit easier on you guys. First, you are gonna need tamed animals. We're going to be working with 2 stars today. So we're going to show you a pin that should accommodate both 0, 1, and even 2 stars. Materials, pretty simple. You just need some wood, some stone, and a little bit of core wood. More or less for support. So we're going to go ahead and pull some of this out. Commands on, so you're not going to see as much cost use on it, but we're gonna make it pretty simple. First, we are gonna start off with core wood on the log pole beams. We do 12 meters high, and that is gonna be for breeding rolls. When it comes to breeding animals, they have an allotment, so to speak, for each one nearby. So an example would be boars. You can't have more than 5 in a 10-meter radius. If you have at least 5, they won't breed. But if you have 4, then they'll breed and drop 1. That's going to be important to know. No different than the wolves. It's 4 and 10-meter radius, so we're going to use 3 to breed. That way they kind of chain off each other. Now, so far, we've put 3 beams down. So it's 12 meters. It's above the 10-meter radius, including the model growing. And then we use stone to raise the ground, and then we cut it to make it kind of smaller. But the reason we do that is so it has more support up. Sometimes you can cut into it, sometimes not. If you lowered the ground, like for the platform I made here, then you can't raise it all the way up to the 3rd one. But if you dug down to where you platformed, then generally it's better that way. Like if I dug that over there. But it's not super needed, but definitely helpful. Now, to get up there, we're gonna build some ladder. So what we need to do next, take a 1-meter beam. This is gonna be for snapping if you want to. Seems the easiest. We're gonna toggle snapping to get our 2nd one. Rotate it around, and this is going to be for wolves, so we'll add one this way. And if we wanted to do the boar, we can always just add another one on this side. As far as building it across, this naps still work the same way. All we're doing is just adding one. A big thing to note is generally we want at least 3 long, and that's going to be for how I measure throwing my food to the animals. We're going to take some core wood, use some 45s, that way we can try to get a better support on it. Find it easier from the stone. I'm going to fix that up. No, I'm trying to aim towards the corner. Not like this. Alright, game. I didn't do so well on this one, so we're just gonna do that. Take it to about here. That didn't aim. You cycle things. Amazing. This is a lot easier. Okay, now we got some supports. Make it somewhat decent. Now, what I do to get animals up, we just need to make a really long ramp. Now, the first ones are a little bit tricky in terms of actually getting them to do it. So, we're going to use these bad boys. Just so we can get it down just a hair. It'll get to the point where it's too hard to reach. Now it's good as far as we can touch it from the ground. This is important. You're gonna snap the top of it. It's a snapping top. You're gonna throw it down. If you're quick enough, you can go straight down with it without them falling apart. So that's pretty much all we're doing. Toggle top, do it twice, same right at the middle, you'll get it down. And we're gonna do that all the way down to the ground. So here is just a straight line all the way down. If you want to, you can turn it. It's okay at best, but generally you don't want to do too many turns because of the way the AI interacts with stairs and ladders. It's more noticeable on like a well, it's more noticeable on the Boar. I'll show you why in a moment. So here's an example of a turn, or you can go straight down with it. Straight is best. It's a lot more simple to push these guys up. Now for the snaps, we're gonna do first half walls. We just want them sticking over the edge. If you don't want to use this or mess it up, you can kind of judge at the log. It works. If you don't have the log there, it's a little harder to do. So if you ever mess up or want to do a platform anywhere, the trick to do that, just take 2 half walls, break one down, and then you got your snap. Once you get your half snap over, we're gonna go ahead and do slots. There's gonna be 3 for wolves. If you want to do boar, you just add another floor. Same thing over there. I won't show you the final on it. But we're gonna get the first wall entry done. So we got our gates, and then we need our backside snaps. So we used to just go straight across, but we don't do that anymore. Sometimes the pups or the piggies will get stuck. Now, generally we want to snap it about like yay. About it's a little bit past, so you can look at it directly. It's nice and flush. We're gonna move it back just a hair, about like that. Now, the support gets really tricky. Sometimes they attach to that. It means you're good. So if it was attached to just that one, I'm pretty sure it would have fallen. But support does get a little wonky. So, for now, we're gonna move it across. If we had higher stone. It makes it a little bit easier, but not super necessary. Once you get like iron support beams, then you can always use those. Have a much better platform. So we're doing this. That way it's easier to do these snaps. These are going to be pretty much how we keep the animals in. Now, if you want the full enclosed one, if you're worried about the flying raids like the drakes and bats, this will actually keep them safe too. You can start off using the wood walls. Eventually you can just enclose it up. And then you can build a shaft all the way down. And keep them nice and safe. We need food. Oh well. Just grab whatever. So let's go ahead and grab Doggo 1, 2, and 3. While they're following, it takes a couple of seconds for them to turn directions and update their AI as far as in the world. If you're playing on a server, it probably takes longer, so give them just a couple of seconds. If you walk slowly up the ladder, or in this case stairs, they'll follow you all the way up. Sometimes they do play Frogger, like to mess up. Come. So, first, get our half wall. Go ahead and get you in your first little slot here. You want to push them just enough so you can do the snapping. You know you've done it right because they will turn around just like that. And then we're gonna quit having them follow us, make them stay. If they do mess up, you can just push them up. Just like so. There you have it. We have the makings of a wolf breeder. Now there's a couple ways you could do the boar. They're kind of a pain to deal with. But we're gonna drop one of these guys here. I'm gonna show you how we do the boar. You can always harpoon them and wait a minute for them to calm down. It's a bit more of a headache having them run around. So the trick with wrangling the boar is they're probably going to try to walk a certain direction. If you're walking into them and kind of at an angle, you can manipulate them. Now they're going to try to run off because he sees running towards me. But if you keep them on the stairs long enough, they will turn downward, trying to get off the platform. So we'll keep walking into him. Now we want him to turn, so we're going to go to the angle a little bit, get him slightly pushed on the stair. If you keep him on the stair long enough, he'll start turning down the stairs. So we're going to keep tapping into him, and eventually he'll turn down. And then just run straight up. Try to stay in the middle of the boar. Get them all the way to the top. And then once they get up here, they'll move around. Now this is probably the hardest part of it, is doing the snap. So we're going to push them all the way to the end. Well, yeah, that'll happen. Boars are a little bit smaller than the wolves. So, we're going to move it in just a little bit. So like right there. Just a hair this way. Then we're going to do this again. I forgot to change the snap. That's alright. We're going to leave it in the video for educational purposes. This time, there's another good example, is they'll have a brain freeze. They won't do anything besides stand. It makes it a little bit easier. Let me get over here. Gonna slightly fall off, but he'll be able to get back up. So there you have it. What to do, what not to do. Now, for this part, an easy way to do it. Well, I guess you can leave this out here. We'll do just a design example. As far as making a nice looking stairway or whatever you want to do. Wasn't fast enough. Doesn't have to actually snap, you just gotta get it down. We're gonna turn it towards me this time. So we're gonna use this cycle snapping. Rotate. I'm gonna copy that piece. Simple as that. You can make some pretty fancy stuff with it. We no longer need this, so we're going to break that down. Now, to feed these bad boys, you want on the very edge and 1 foot across. So if you look at the planks, you can see this is the extra one. We want it 3 across. If you look at my foot, my left foot is just past the plank. And then we'll hold block. Keep our character facing right on the initial left side of them, our right. So we'll look at like his leg, for example. And then we'll take a meat and we'll just throw it. And we walk straight across. Watch our foot placement. We'll do the same thing with this. He should eat. No different than the boar. Well, I may aim kind of at their foot. I'm going to throw a carrot, for example. Now they're all tamed, chewed up, and happy. Now if you want to protect it, you just start taking planks. And this is going to be, just make sure it's fully enclosed. Whether you do it like here or take it a step further with the wood walls. On the snaps on the back, you would just throw it on top of the half planks you put down. Throw a roof on it. And then fully enclose the top. It'll look something similar to this. You can do any kind of design choice. But the rule of thumb is trying to let any kind of arrow go through it. And that's a little open. Generally, if you could do that, then you want to close it up. The main reason is for like bats and drakes. If you look all around, you can see I have it all enclosed, so the livestock don't get chewed up. You could do a plank all the way down as well. That way they don't fly up underneath them and eat them or chew them or whatever. Now the doors, you do want to open outward. The reason being is if you have it closed inward and a pup decides to fall on top of it, that'll be within range, so they'll quit breeding. So make sure you keep them open. But you can move all the way across. I guess we'll float up here and show you the behind of it as well. Yep. Simple. You don't have to worry about the cover part until after bone mass is dead. After bone mass is dead, then you can get the cold wind blows north, which is the drakes. And then the bats don't happen as long as you don't kill a bat and go to a frost cave. But if you kill the frost cave, bone mass is dead, then you might have some worries. But make sure you close it up, that way you ain't gotta worry about the raids. Yeah, hopefully this helps. We'll do some more videos. We got some boss videos coming up soon, so be on the lookout for that. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Hopefully this helps. Have a lovely day. Deuces.